Namaste everyone. In this video we are solving previous papers from Osmania University, and in this video we are going to take a problem from unit 1, and here it is. This question has appeared for 5 marks, and the question is like this. If you want to try this problem yourself, you can pause the video and try to solve it yourself, and those who are unable to get can continue watching it. So let us see what is the problem like. So we have a gusset plate here, and it is subjected to 4 forces, and those forces are shown here in the diagram. They are all concurrent at a point O, which means they are all meeting at point O, and we have to find the magnitude and direction of the resultant. Right. So since there are more than 2 forces, we cannot use the parallelogram formula. We'll have to go with the divide and rule method. So we'll have to find components of all these forces in vertical and in horizontal directions, and then we will have to proceed. The formula we'll be using here will be resultant equals sigma v whole square plus sigma h whole square under square root. So this will give us magnitude of the resultant, and the angle, the direction will be given as this formula, tan inverse sigma v by sigma h. So these are the formulae we'll be using here. So let us start. So first we'll have to start by putting a table wherein we'll have to put the force diagram. And then we'll have to take the vertical components. Okay. So let's take all the forces one by one and find out their vertical and horizontal components. So first let us take F1 force, and that is 260 newtons. 260 newtons, and the diagram for this is somewhat like this. Okay, and we'll have to find out the angle. Fine. So let us find out this angle over here. Fine. So this angle theta. So theta can be found out by using the relation tan inverse opposite by hypotenuse. So this one is opposite and this one is adjacent. Opposite by adjacent gives us tan, and that's what we are going to use. So tan inverse 12 by 5 is what we can use for finding theta. And next, here we'll have to write down the vertical and horizontal components. So vertical component will be sine, because this you can see it is the opposite, and for theta this horizontal one is the adjacent. So opposite comes under sine, so we'll have to take F1, that is 260 sine of the angle. Fine. So angle, let us say theta, and because it is directed downwards, the vertical component will also be directed downwards, and hence it has to be taken negative. Coming to the horizontal force, we'll have to take it here, and it will be acting on the right side in the positive x direction. So we'll have to take it as positive 260 cos of theta. So this is our first force. Similarly, we'll have to take all the other forces. So let's go next for the force F2, which is 400 newtons. And we can see it's clearly vertical force, so its horizontal component will be 0, and all the force will be coming under vertical only, and since it is directed downwards, we'll have to take it as negative. So minus 400 in vertical and 0 in horizontal. That's the value we will have to take over there. Then let's go for the next force F3, that is 500 newtons. You can see here in the diagram, and it is directed like this towards left. Once again we'll be finding this angle. Let us say it is alpha, and that alpha again we'll have to find using tan inverse. Okay, alpha equals tan inverse, and here this is opposite and this is adjacent, and because this angle here we are taking it as alpha, this will be opposite and adjacent. So tan inverse opposite by adjacent, so opposite is 3, adjacent is 4, so this will give us the angle alpha. Then coming to the different components, of course this will be directed downwards, this will be directed left side. So let us see, the vertical component will be negative 500, and because this side is opposite to the angle and opposite comes under sine, So it will be sine of alpha. And here in the horizontal component, we'll have to take positive 500 cos alpha. Okay. So this is for F3. And then the last force, that is F4. The magnitude of F4 is 300 newtons. And we can see in the diagram that it is horizontal force. Hence, vertical component will be 0. And all the value will appear in horizontal component. Since it is directed left side in negative x direction, we have to take it as negative. So this completes our table. Now all the vertical components we will have to add to get sigma v. All the horizontal components we will add to get sigma h. So let us proceed to do the calculations. First, let us find theta. For that, we'll have to take 12 by 5 and tan inverse of this. So next, I'm going to take minus 260 multiplied with this angle sine of that angle. So that will give me minus 240. So this value here is minus 240. Let me proceed again to solve the second one. So in this case, I have to take 260, multiply it with this angle cos of theta. So this will give me 100. Now for F2 we need not do anything because cos and sine are not present in it. F3 we'll have to again find it. So I'll have to take tan inverse of 3 by 4. So 3 by 4. Let me take tan inverse of this. So I get this angle over. So now I have to take minus 500 into this angle sine. So that will give me minus 300. And same way, I'll have to do 500 into this angle in cos. So that will give us 400. Now adding all of these will give us sigma v and sigma h. So let's proceed. So we have minus 240 minus 400 minus 300. That's it. So this will give us minus 940 as the sum of vertical components. Next, we'll have to find the sum of all the horizontal components. So first we have 100, then 0, we can neglect it, plus 400, minus 300. So the total gives us 200. So this comes out to be 200. Now substituting all these here in the resultant will give us value of resultant. So I'll have to take 940. I'll just neglect the negative sign because squaring will anyway remove the negative sign. So plus 200 square of this again. The result we will have to take root of that. So that gives us 961.04. 961.04. Unit will be same as what is given in the question. So this here is the magnitude of the resultant. Then we'll have to find the direction. So now here as well we are just going to neglect the negative sign and first we'll just find out what is the angle. So sigma v, that is 940 divided by 200. So that result gives us 4.7. We'll have to take tan inverse of this. That gives us the angle. So 77.99. 77.99 is the angle. So this is our angle. So the next thing for us to find out is in which quadrant the resultant is acting. So since here we have the vertical, the sum of vertical components is negative, so it will be acting downwards. The sum of all the horizontal components is positive, so it will be acting towards the right side. And hence the resultant will be acting here in the fourth quadrant. And this angle here will be the angle that we have just now found. Fine. So this is how we have to do we have to solve the problem. Fine. So hope you have understood this. If you have any other doubts related to this question, you can just let me know in the comments below. And if you have any other similar problems you want me to solve in the future videos, that also you can post it. Thank you.